Hey guys, Chaba here. Currently I haven't released any YouTube video because I was working on a guitar course called the Ultimate Fretboard Masterclass course, which aims to have total fretboard freedom and fluency. So at the end of the course you can be totally free on the entire fretboard and use as creative as you can. So if you are interested in something like this, then I definitely recommend to check the course by clicking on the link in the description. But in today's video I want to show you a different way of playing the pentatonic scale, and actually we will use the old-fashioned pentatonic boxes. So it's very useful, to know this if you already know the pentatonic shapes. And if you don't, then I highly recommend to learn those first and then come back here. So as I mentioned, we will play pentatonic phrases or licks in the different positions. And so the first position looks and sounds something like this. So let me break it down for you how I play this. So I skip the root note in each of the positions. And here in the first lick I start from the 5th fret and I hammer on to the 7 on the A string, and then on the D string the 7. Actually the whole sequence is built up from triads. So on the G string from the 5th with a hammer on to the 7th, and then on the B string the 8th fret, and on the high E string from the 5th hammer on to the 10, then pull off to the 8th, then pull off back to the 5th. So it looks and sounds like this. So the second position, I skip the root note again and I hammer on from the 7 to the 10, and then the 10 on the G string. You can play with the 3rd finger. Then on the G string from the 7 I hammer on to the 9, and then 10 on the B. And on the high E string from the 8th fret I hammer on to the 12, pull off to the 10, pull off to the 8. So the third position, again skip the root note, and from the 10 I hammer on to the 12, then 12 on the D, sorry. Then from the 9th I hammer on to the 12 on the G, and 13 on the B string. And on the high E string from the 10 I hammer on to the 15, then pull off to the 12, pull off to the 10. And finally, the fourth position, from the 12th I hammer on to the 15 on the A string, and 14 on the D. On the G string from the 12th I hammer on to the 14, and then 13 on the B string. And on the high E string from the 12th fret I hammer on to the 17, pull off to the 15, and pull off to the 12. So I highly recommend you to learn these shapes and use different pieces from the different positions and try to include them in your improvisation. So try to be creative with it, and you don't need to play the whole sequence, just small parts, small actually triads, like this, for example, the first position. I hope you found this video useful and interesting, and if you did so, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because in the coming days, as I said, I will come out with different videos, different ways of playing the pentatonic scale, so I think it will be quite interesting for you. So don't forget to check back. See you soon.